I met Wake Forest when I was in college. I came here for an exchange program from Brazil that is called Science Without Borders. I came here with 40 students from my college. So when I applied to graduate school, I knew that I want to come here.
My name is Brenna Beckelman, and I am a fourth-year PhD student in the neuroscience program. My job in the Brain Awareness Council is the Student Outreach Coordinator. I coordinate with local schools and our student volunteers.
I'm in the neuroscience program at Wake Forest, and I'll talk to you today about brains.
When we go into schools, and particularly high schools, first we will give a lecture talking about basic neuroanatomy and physiology, as well as the effects of drugs and alcohol on the brain and different careers.
Normally in the brain, we call this the happy brain. We have a balance between the GABA and the glutamate.
And second, which is probably the most fun part, we bring the real human and animal brains so that students can get a real hands-on experience looking at the brains, touching them, and even taking pictures of them.
I like the rabbit small.
Yeah. The first time I saw brain, I was in an anatomy class in college. This is the half of the brain, so here's the corpus callosum. I wish I had these opportunities that these kids had like in middle school and high school. I think that would be awesome, but I didn't have that opportunity. See, like this is more vertical, this is more horizontal.
When I was in high school, I was much more into kind of creative writing and poetry and music. But I feel like if someone had brought a real human brain into my biology classroom when I was 16 or 17, that would have probably just blown my mind because you'd be sitting there holding a real human brain and thinking, this is what's in my head and this is what's holding all of my thoughts and feelings and memories. My favorite is when they use Snapchat and snap pictures to their mom or dad or a sister or brother and say, hey, I held a brain today. Students have this understanding of science. You just memorize a bunch of facts. But really science is more of a process and a way of thinking and approaching how you look at the world. And so part of what we do is try to show kids, hey, the brain is really cool. And it's cool because it's you, it's part of you. And we know things about you because we understand how this part of the brain works or how this function works. And so it kind of opens their perspective a little bit.
I think the Brain Awareness Council is a great opportunity for the middle schoolers and the high schools, but it also is a good opportunity for us. Anyone else that wants to see the brains? I think if I come back to Brazil, I would definitely try to implement something like that. I would love, while I was in high school or middle school, having something like that. I think that would be like much helpful to make a decision of my career.